I see you. Yeah, you're a fighter. I see you. You've got a friend. I see you. Yeah, you're a winner. I see you. Yeah, you're the best. I see you. Yeah, you're a fighter.
When you can no longer run to food for your emotional support, it becomes challenging. Sitting here watching the Grammys, and they're honoring Dolly Parton, and my mother was a big country music fan, and I'm doing it without food, y'all. It's been 4 days and no change in the scale. And what does that mean? I mean, I just had the surgery. Isn't the weight supposed to just drop? Like, now it looks like I'm retaining fluid. I know I had a stressful event this week that had nothing to do with me and my household, but that I let affect me and my household. And so managing this stress is the other issue. Greetings, this is Toni Ellis, Soul Sparker and Clarity Coach, and you are following my VSG weight loss journey. So this is week 2 post-op, and as you can see from the intro of the video, for those of you that are watching from YouTube, and thank you for joining me, thank you for subscribing, thank you for following this journey, because there are a lot of individuals documenting their journey, but you're choosing to follow me. Or maybe you're following all of us, but the bottom line is we appreciate it. I do this, number 1, for accountability, and number 2, to encourage someone out there that may hear it from me before they'd hear it from the thousands or tens of thousands of others out there that have done it. But getting back to where I am today, we are basically 2 weeks post-op, and there has not been a significant change in my weight loss. And from the research that I've done online on the bariatric communities for weight loss surgery participants, it is normal to have a lull, to have a stall, to reach a plateau early, meaning no weight loss shown on the scale. And it's kind of frustrating because you do this surgery so that you can get the weight off, and for me, so that I can get out of the woods of diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. And so after doing a lot of the research, I discovered that that's part of the journey. You know, your body, it took some years to get where you are, and it will take some years to get back to normal. And actually, you probably will never be back to normal because, let's face it, they have removed the majority of your stomach. And I discovered in this process that my stomach has been my God, honestly. And I've known that for some time, but I had no idea the extent of the image that I had raised up to worship. And just wanted to show you, these are the photos of my surgical procedure. Yes, my physician made sure to provide me with this information so I could get a new mindset, so I can get a clear picture of why a new mindset is so necessary. So he starts to show me where he had to, lift folds of fat and things like that, and the protractor, pull things back so that he could get to where he would ultimately cut away my stomach. And then he shows me where he had to do this little staple work here. But this is my new stomach. It is a sleeve, okay? It is in the shape of a very tiny banana. And just imagine hollowing out a banana and trying to fill that. Ultimately, you don't want to fill it because that's where you regurgitate, that's where you throw up, that's where you have issues. But this was the most disturbing of the photos. When he showed me pictures of my stomach as it aligned with his arm and forearm, reaching his fingertips all the way up past the inner part of his elbow. And that was frustrating because that is not a normal sized stomach, but that is where I took myself. This journey, I'm learning that food has been more than my comfort. It's been my counselor. It's been my hugs and kisses. It's been me missing my mother, the father, the daddy-daughter issues I've had. It's been the frustrations I've had with friends, the failure of relationships, the failure in business. It's been that substitute, that pacifier, that, I don't know. I don't know what else to say outside of the fact that food has been my crutch. And now that I'm here and I'm a living witness that you must deal with your issues in order to remain healed from your addiction. So, yes, I am seeking therapy. Yes, I am talking to friends. Yes, I'll be attending support groups. And yes, I will continue to stop here and use this medium to share with others that it is a struggle, but you're not alone. You're not walking this struggle alone. It's forcing me to stand still. I mean, I can't even feel myself or stuff myself if I really wanted to. Like, I have lost my appetite for a lot of things now that that major portion of my stomach is missing. So I don't want to make this all bad news, you know. As far as the stats go, like I said, no change in the scale. I actually gained 2 ounces. Last week I reported to you that my highest weight was 307, post-op was 290. I went down to 279.5. I'm now 279.7, and I do believe that that's just par for the course. This is just the beginning of the journey. And I recognize that the weight will fluctuate as I lose eventually. And it's not even about the weight, it's about the mentality that got me to the weight, that sent me to such an unhealthy place. As you can see, I've posted before pictures, before I even have an after. And this is, of course, to hold me accountable. And so, again, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. This is my week's diary, if you would, my check-in with everyone. Again, I'm Toni Ellis, Soul Sparker and Clarity Coach. If you want to learn more about me, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a motivator and encourager. I plan major empowerment events for women, and I am just here on this journey with you all just to remind you, you are not alone. I see you. And just like I made a decision to live, you can do the same thing. You don't have to take this route. I took this route to get myself out of the woods medically, but you can do something different. You can make different choices. And I'll be sharing that with you on this journey next week. I'll be sharing with you some of the things that I eat in a day and how I'm able to stay aligned with some of my future goals. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please share this post, subscribe if you haven't already, and be encouraged. You're not alone. You can do this. Just put your mind to it. Until next time, peace and many blessings. Love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you're a fighter. I see you. You've got a friend.